Hey, take a breath. No, seriously. Inhale with me. Now exhale. Okay. Welcome to So I Was Told, where we break down, dream up, and keep it real about all things healing, hope, and the world we're trying to build from the mess we were handed. I'm your host, Curbs, and today it's just me, but we're going to talk about the future, just not one we're used to. I want to start today by reading something that hit me like a warm slap of clarity. It's a card, and it's from a deck of cards called Cosmic Comfort, which is 50 tender affirmations and grounding meditations from the universe by author Yumi Sakugawa. I've been in love with this deck, and I've been finding that it's really encouraging me daily, especially when I need a good pick me up. So I thought, you know what? Why not do an occasional episode where I go through each affirmation? Maybe not all of them, but I'll pull one out at random and we'll talk about it on the podcast. So this one is called Collective Future Dreaming. Listen closely. We do not have to inherit the future created by the past. The future decided generations ago by unjust power that denied the well-being of the whole. We can consciously imagine, dream, download, generate, co-create, collaborate, manifest new visions and new paradigms of the future. A future we desire for ourselves and our communities. One that calls in new patterns of being, healing, mending, empowering, connecting. Dare to believe what is possible for our collective future with every fiber of your being. Live as though this collective future dream is not only possible, but inevitable. Now, that's not just a message, that's a challenge. That's a middle finger to everything that told us to settle for scraps. So let's talk about it. Here's the thing. Most of us are living inside a future somebody else imagined. This future wasn't imagined for us. It was imagined for profit, for control, for the comfort of the few at the expense of the many. We're handed this idea of the real world, and it's supposed to be grown up, and we're just supposed to accept it. You know, go to school for 12 years, graduate, go to college, get in debt, work until you die, maybe live old enough to reach retirement, and all throughout you're supposed to stay quiet, be polite, don't question the rules, numb yourself on weekends with whatever your vice of choice is. Try not to feel too much. But what if the world we inherited is actually the least grown-up option? What if maturity means refusing to play by the rules of a broken system? I'm tired, guys. I've had enough of surviving. I want something more, not just for me, but for all of us. When you've been hurt, disappointed, disillusioned, dreaming can feel like a joke, or sometimes actually a luxury. Or worse, it can feel like a setup. But dreaming isn't about naivety. I think it's about rebellion. It's about having radical imagination. They're not supposed to be maps. They're not supposed to be escape routes from this bleak reality. I think that our dreams are actually supposed to be blueprints. And yes, there are days that I don't feel like I can dream anything. In fact, lately for me, it's been really hard to feel like I have the energy to dream about anything. That is until I remember someone once dreamed up the systems that we have in place. Someone once dreamed up borders, prisons, gender norms, a 40-hour work week. So why the hell can't we dream up something else? We have the right to imagine a world where safety isn't tied to violence, where rest isn't a reward, but instead a birthright. where we don't have to perform identity or trauma or strength to be seen as worthy. That's not BS, that's survival reimagined. Here's what I love about this card, collective future dreaming. That phrase doesn't say solo future dreaming. It's not you in your corner trying to fix everything alone. The key idea here is together. I try to talk about this all of the time. We weren't meant to heal in isolation. Yes, there are going to be some aspects of your life where you are going to heal in isolation. But don't be a smart ass with me. Your whole healing is not meant to happen in isolation. We weren't meant to build alone. The future doesn't belong to any individual. It belongs to the collective, to movements, to you, to me, to your weird cousin who's really into composting, to your friend who works 3 jobs and still shows up with a smile, to the single mother working over 40 hours a week just to make ends meet. All of us. We are the architects. We are the blueprinters. We're the ones holding the tools and the trauma and the torch. But look, no one's going to hand us the future. We have to make it. So here's my ask, and it's simple. Dream out loud. I want to hear your vision, your wildest hope, your gentlest future. What does your collective future look like? What's one thing you'd love to see, feel, or experience in a future we build together? Big or small, personal or political, be real, be dreamy. I'd love it if you left me a voicemail or a DM or a comment, whatever feels right to you. And I'll leave you with this. Live as though this collective future dream is not only possible, but inevitable. Let that live in your soul for a minute. Because maybe, just maybe, the future isn't a trap we're stuck in. Maybe it's a story we're still writing. And you, just like me, are one of the authors. Thanks for dreaming with me. And I'll catch you next time.